And the Orioles have Bruce Zimmermann on the mound, and I have Geoff Arnold to my left. Orioles broadcaster. Geoff, great to see you.
Brett, great to be with you on this Saturday.
Well, it's great, and it's going to be a good matchup today. Bruce Zimmermann and Michael Pineda. And Bruce has been really good this season, very consistent. The numbers speak for themselves, but check out the data on a certain pitch that Bruce has gotten outs with this year, and it's among the best in baseball. Lowest batting average against allowed on breaking balls this season, with a minimum of 30 plate appearances ending on breaking balls. That's a .034 average. You see the names behind him. That includes Taylor Rogers and also Jordan Montgomery. So you look at what Bruce is doing with that breaking ball, Geoff. That's a way he's getting a lot of outs right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he's had the slider going all season long, and then he's got a good curveball too. And today you're facing a mostly right-handed lineup in the Detroit Tigers. So being able to use that slider there, he uses one to a lefty, comes down and into Gary Sanchez there, and then is able to spot up nicely over the outside corner. So I really like the job that he has done mixing his pitches in. I mean, remember, he's throwing more breaking balls, he's throwing more changeups, not quite as many fastballs, but I like the overall pitch mix as well. I mean, Bruce Zimmermann, you've talked about it ever since he came over from the Atlanta Braves in that trade. His pitch ability is excellent, and he's really smart. He does his own scouting reports, and so I really like just the way he's gone about his business this year, but I think that change is going to be really big today.
Yeah, right-handed heavy Detroit lineup today. Lefties this year, Geoff, just 3 for 20 against Bruce Zimmermann. So he's really controlled, as he should maybe, left-handed batters.
Yeah, he's done a good job against lefties. And the other thing that you got to remember with Bruce Zimmermann is that having that mix, and if one pitch isn't working so well, then he can maybe just go to something else as a way to help him out a little bit. And so I think that the thing about Bruce Zimmermann is he can't sit on one thing. And then the other thing too, Brett, is that it's about fastball command for him too. You know what the numbers are on the fastball, but if he can spot it the right way and locate it and also mix it in, maybe when hitters aren't necessarily expecting it, kind of like he did with Kansas City. I mean, he got the 7 swings and misses against the Royals. If he can do that too, I think that's going to be a big thing, mixing it in every once in a while.
And really, when you look at this Orioles bullpen, after what they did to cover the win on Thursday in St. Louis, and although they got some length yesterday from Jordan Lyles, I think they were probably hoping for a little more than 5 2/3. They need another good start today. There really isn't a designated long guy today. I don't think you can bring back Keegan Aiken after pitching Thursday. They probably need him tomorrow with Tyler Wells on the mound. So they need length today from Bruce Zimmermann.
Yeah, and he's capable of providing it. I mean, this is a Tigers team that we know they've struggled offensively. They're not averaging a whole lot of runs per game. And, they're a team that they're trying to fight out some wins. I mean, if they had lost the game last night, they would have been tied for the worst record in Major League Baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. So at times, maybe you can get them to expand. And Bruce Zimmermann, if he can find ways to just get ahead, which he's done a good job with, throw strikes, and to utilize his arsenal. And then the other thing, too, this is a ballpark where you don't give up a whole lot of home runs, and Zimmermann's given up only 1 home run all season. So take that one into account. The weather might be a little bit warmer in Detroit, but you can pitch pretty aggressive against this lineup.
Yeah, offensively, the Orioles might need to manufacture some runs, just missing Ryan Mountcastle on the 10-day IL. Austin Hayes still not in the lineup after receiving stitches in his left hand. You do get back Ramon Urias today, but probably past 4, 5, 6 in the batting order. A lot of names maybe the casual fan for the Orioles aren't that familiar with. So you got to come up with ways to score at the top of your order and manufacture runs at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. And, that's a big thing that you're going to have to take into account against Michael Pineda, because at the very bottom of the order especially, Pineda throws a ton of strikes, so you don't want to be chasing too much outside the strike zone. I mean, he's a bigger guy. His velocity has dripped over the last couple of years. And so if you can find a way to hopefully capitalize on some of those early chances with runners in scoring position. I mean, you go back last night to the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. You have all those opportunities with the walks, with the hit by pitches. But let's not forget the chances that you had in the first 2 innings either. You didn't capitalize on those. You don't want to let Pineda settle in, kind of like Eduardo Rodriguez settled in last night.
Yeah, a tough loss in that sense. I think if you told Brandon Hyde at the start of the game you'd have a chance to win in the 9th, he would have taken that, given what you had to sacrifice on Thursday to win that series against the Cardinals, just having to go through your entire bullpen, all the injuries you've been dealing with. But in the end, there was a game to be won. You leave, 14 on base, 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position, and then strand him loaded in innings 7, 8, 9 in a 2-run game.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it's been a problem for the Orioles at times this year. You've seen them better recently with runners in scoring position. You just like them to get back to form. And I think that there are some ways that as long as you can lock in and make sure that you're executing with runners in scoring position, especially earlier on in the game, build a lead. Then in addition to your offense feeling a little bit better about themselves, it also allows for Bruce Zimmermann to settle in too.
The good news is if the Orioles get a lead today, they have Jorge Lopez back as of yesterday. He did not pitch, so he is on 4 days rest, so he is ready to go. I could see Brandon Hyde using him for a 4, 5, 6-out save if given the opportunity today.
Yeah, exactly. And remember that his grandfather passed. He knew about it. He still wanted to stay and pitch. That says a lot about Jorge Lopez and his character, but he's back here, and now he comes in. Last 2 outings against the Royals weren't necessarily as good. We know why, and you know that he wants to get back to form.
Orioles broadcaster Geoff Arnold. Geoff, thank you so much.
Thanks, Brett.